What's going on, guys? It's farther back than what I was thinking. Jeez. Let's see if we can get this down some. Right there. And yes, right there. Facebook must do the same. All right. Guess it's not too bad. I usually try my best to get it pulled up before we go live, but it works out like that. All right, guys. So, man, I really did try to this process. I got to figure something out. I know I say it all the time, but you know, the dual stream, I love doing it, and I don't want to change that portion of it. But it really takes a long time to get everything set up to stream these streams. You'd really think like I got some big production going on here. So it's exactly what I said in the title is exactly what's happening. The rings, still sticking with the ring factor, which is pretty cool, but the rings is the key to success. Unfortunately, to get the grand prize, it's going to be super hard. You got to get all 4 rings off. Now, you all know what the problem is, if you've seen enough videos, is they like to fly off and go wherever they can land. They usually, it's, I guess, for the most part, for the last few ones, they've landed in the field. But this one's a lot taller, so I think that this one might be, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I can get this to all land in there. But if I can get all 4 rings, the 500 chip, to come off in the time of loud when it falls, then I get the grand prize. If not, it goes in tiers from that point. Once the tower does fall, it's the same thing as we did before, but it's down to a 7-minute limit. When the tower falls, we only have 7 minutes left to play. We do have 2 the mystery bags, live stream bags, whatever you want to call it, and then we have the cash in the back. The cash in the back is only good if we get one of the tiers. Same thing with up here. There is, if you get none, you win no money. So that's the concept. Just excuse me. We'll get started pretty quick. I just want to tell you guys, I've been fighting off. It seems like I'm sick a lot. and a lot of it's my fault. But I've been fighting off a really bad virus. And I don't even know what it is. It's really had me down. I'm really backed up on videos. I'm backed up on a lot of things just because I barely had the strength to just get up out of bed. I did take a COVID test today, and that came back negative. But in some ways, I was kind of hoping it'd be positive so I could just narrow down what in the world's going on. But so this is the best I felt so far, but I'm still not 100%. But I can just tell you before we get started, guys, I just don't feel good. It's kicking my butt. So let me pull Facebook up on the big screen here, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Everything. There we go. All right, give me 1 second here. All right, Mike, Aaron, Debbie, Diane. You know, I would say allergies, but this is a little bit like, this has really kicked my butt. If I do have a fever, it's very low grade, but I think I have an infection of some kind. I just don't. Hey, Wendy. Hey, John. Hey, Misty. Hey, Susan. Hey, Jay. Hey, guys. Dude, I was just telling John by text message. I was telling him that I'm to blame for a lot of my issues because I abuse my body. I really do. I don't just, I know better. You know, I truly know better, but I just push myself to the limit as far as, eating unhealthy and drinking power drinks and just everything that bad that you can do, I do. And so when I have moments that I get, my body gives up, it's kind of like, all right, this isn't a big shocker. What I always tell myself when I start feeling better that I'm going to make changes. I'm at that point right now. I want to make changes point, so hopefully I can follow through this time. This tower is a lot bigger than what is coming off on screen for some reason. But it seems to happen that way. I don't even think I paid attention that there was no quarters there in the back. I don't even know how I completely glanced over that, but somehow I did. So that's going to eat up a lot of quarters getting this thing brought up to the front. I don't think we've got one quarter off yet. Luckily we started off with a decent amount of quarters, but that's a bummer. I just completely overlooked that. Oh, I guess you want to know. So there's a big spread on this one, which is really, really good. 500 for the quarters, and then 7K for the grand prize. Even though the probability of that happening is low, it's just like any point of gambling. All right, we got at least a quarter off, but that's a nice spread. We haven't had anything like that for a while, so it's nice when that can happen. But there is a chance that we win nothing. I could focus on trying to keep the tower centered and pushed up that way, but the problem, it doesn't. Once this thing falls, it does whatever way it decides to come down is pretty much going to dictate that. That's all gravity there. Oh. All right, so it's getting ready to, well, I don't want to say it too early on, but it looks like it's getting ready to fall. So remember, top falls, it doesn't matter. Any part of the tower falls, 7 minutes. 7-minute timer. And the other problem is, which you all can't really see, there is a bunch of quarters stuck inside the chute that are not coming down. That's never good. That's my last quarter right there, guys. My last one. Josh Wendy followed my medical advice and got herself Yeah, I believe me. There's reasons. It's kind of I'm kind of in a situation that well, hold on, let me. The good thing working in the medical field all those years, you make friends and professors and whatever else, and you keep those contacts pretty close if you ever need them. And I, I try to stay in touch when I have something like this with them to find out what's going around, what are they testing for. If I go there, what are they going to be testing me for? And especially when I'm really not, I'm presenting just no symptom in any certain area. So a lot of times when you come there, they really is not much they tell you to do. So that's kind of the reason why I do push it farther than what I should. I know that, but I kind of just want to hopefully ride it out, do the stuff that I know, fluids, sleep, vitamins, and see if that can do something. And then if it doesn't, I'm going on like day 5. But if it doesn't, seems to be getting better. If it doesn't keep on going up, then that's what I would definitely get some blood work done or something like that. Yeah, it's just so much easier. I'm not saying I want it, but it's easier when you have like one major symptom. Like I even this time it's so weird, but my stomach, my upper GI, I've been getting a lot of burning, like awful hurting, burning feeling, and I've taken everything that I can possibly think of as far as anything that would be like an antacid or um, Tums, the Malana, Pepto Bismol, anything, and it's barely helping. I don't. That's just one of the just a lot of weird symptoms in this one. We're already almost out of quarters. That's what I said. I was getting ready to say, "Oh, it looks like it's getting ready to fall." Then I close my mouth because you just never know. Looks like at one moment, and then next thing you know, not quite there yet. All right, let's go play. All right, so I need to really see if I can get a nice buildup of quarters. That back shelf is getting pretty bare bones. All right, we got the gold back down. That's a start. Let me get this thing down. The only problem about this one, I'm like Pete and repeat. I even say that a lot. But like quarters disappear, and it gets really hard to. I knew that was going to happen. All right, finally, that's what we needed. Those bigger items in the back to come down. The two on the right is not really the best spot, but when I went to Flying J's, I was thinking, all right, I got to get a video out. Let's. I'll just go up here, and if they got something, I'll record it. And I swear, I had a pocket full of quarters. I walked up, and sure enough, there was something that was getting ready to fall off. But man, I just standing up started getting sweaty and lightheaded, and stomach was hurting. And I was like, I can't do it. And I walked back out to my truck and just sat in the parking lot for like 30 minutes, I think. Just didn't want to do anything. Didn't want to move. This was miserable. All right, that was my last quarter. All right, let me time this. Let's get this stopped. Forward. Really didn't mean to do it like that, but all right, let's see what happens here. That was not exciting. Come on. So again, if you're just tuning in, guys, there is 4 rings up top right there. I need to get all 4 rings to come down in the playing field and come off to get everything, to get the grand prize, whatever you want to say. Once any portion of the tower falls down, that then limits us to 7 minutes. The mystery bag, whatever, I got to come up with 4 names. Put the live stream bag, mystery bag. We got the gold one, so we need the silver one. If we get that, then that's another small little way to win a little bit of money. Not a lot. And we got both of them down. So we know at least we will get something from that if we pick the right bag. All right, that's all the quarters I have. Let's go collect. Oh. Wow. Wow. Getting low on quarters. Oh, that was just a ring. I don't think, I need no one here to say anything to. I need someone else's opinion, but I think the ring is not the tower. So I think we're good, which that's nice because the ring did fall into the playing field. Now we got 3 more. If the rings want to fall off without the tower falling down, that would be amazing. But I think it's slowly getting its way worked up. And last quarter, I gotta hurry up. Oh. Come on! Come on, I need more quarter. Oh, jeez, man. All right, same problem as before. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, so I think it was my last video that I won the 1.5 ounces of silver, and somewhat disappointing, I actually didn't get that particular silver to come home. It's they're putting it on the gold policy, where with gold you gotta turn it in whenever they do an order. They've never done that with silver, so that was kind of disappointing, because that was one of the few things that I could win that I could actually physically take with me. And I'm hoping some things change here coming up, because it's getting more and more where I feel like literally I should be playing in grandma's basement, because all I do is owe money and I don't get anything cool anymore. And that's not fun. But for those that don't know, the gold thing, if they ever have gold and I want to keep the gold, I have to wait until they do a gold order, and then they'll place an order for, whatever amount of gold that, I had won. Usually it's like one every 3 to 6 months or something like that, which was fine. I understand gold's a little bit more expensive, but the silver thing, it was always like you win the coin, you get the coin. We're almost out of quarters. I wish I was kidding. Oh man, this is not good at all. Well, I don't know what kind of plan I can have here. Probably not throw everything on top of each other. Oh, that was needed. That absolutely was needed, because we're not going good with anything else. All right, that got us up a little bit more, and we got the first ring that's coming off without even the timer going. So I don't know what one ring gets me, but I got down. I don't even know how I did, but the people always point out the money in here is copy or it's movie prop money. It's actual movie prop money. Wherever they order from, it's movie prop money. It's not play money or anything like that. Stuff looks real. And they've ordered from it forever. Where they found out about it, I have no idea. But anyway, someplace in California makes it. But I got down the rabbit hole of the guy from Mythbusters. He's got his own YouTube channel and was talking about, it might have been the same place that they order from. I don't know. Some the oldest in the business that makes it. And even with the prop money, whatever you want to call it, apparently, like, that is a very, there's so many rules that they have to abide by because the Secret Service oversees, fake money and all that, blah, blah, blah. The joke was no one else wanted it, so they just handed it to them. But there's a lot of, anytime that somebody would take a fake bill off of set and try to spend it and it gets out in circulation, and even if it was an honest mistake, even somebody found a fake bill somewhere and it's like, oh, my lucky day, I got 100. Uh, they would get swarmed, raided. The factory would get raided by the Secret Service, and they would just go through, look at all their prints and everything, and make sure that they're abiding by the rules. And there's a lot of different things that I had no idea, like the president's face has to be turned the opposite way as normal. It has to be bigger size. There's just like a lot of things to keep it from looking real. But it's pretty crazy if you ever get a time to hear about that. I can remember I was a kid, so I get a kid pass, but I really started getting into, like, I've always enjoyed like anything visually creative, like the video editing and things like that. And I can remember when I first joined the fire department, I was a 16-year-old dummy, and we were hanging out in my house, bored. I probably didn't have a job at the time. I would go through these periods where I wouldn't have a job for like a month and just get lazy. And anyways, we said we're going to make fake IDs, and we spent like a month perfecting our fake IDs. And at that time, the West Virginia state license ID were pretty bare bones. And we laminated it and had it ready. Of course, none of us were brave enough to go try it or go to jail over it. But I can remember someone was talking about, let's see if we can make money. And I was like, oh no, I am not doing that. Oh yeah, at that time I didn't know it was the Secret Service, but I'm not having Carl Rangers show at my house just because we're bored and we're going to see if we can make fake money. But I was proud of my ID. We spent a lot of time on it. It looked real. And back then, the IDs were like laminated, somewhat. Like, it was weird. Like, they definitely didn't put a lot of. They were very basic. And you can really do some dumb things as a teenage boy when you're bored. It's just at that time when I first joined the fire department, all I wanted to do was run calls. I loved it. So the time in between when you're waiting on the call to come, you get yourself in all kinds of crazy stuff. Now even hearing a siren gives me anxiety. Oh, like literally. My dad retired from the railroad, and I can remember, this is before I went to work on the railroad. We would be driving, and he was actually in a train accident, a pretty bad train accident in downtown Winchester, Virginia. And that's pretty much how he ended up getting retired. But he still had almost 30 years. But I can remember when we would go, train would go by or something, and I used to tell him, I'm like, oh, when you see that, do you miss it? Even a little bit? And without skipping a beat, he was like, nope, not at all. If anything, it causes me anxiety. And I'm telling you, well, one, did the same thing. I went work for the railroad. And I understand exactly what he's talking about, but if I pass an ambulance, especially in the county that I worked at, and they're running a call at nighttime or daytime, whenever, I have this little bit of anxiety that's in the bottom of my gut. That's I know I've said this a lot of times, but they used to say 10 years. 10 years was the burnout rate. And I made it, almost, well, 24, 25, 26 years. So I guess I deserve to have that anxiety. Oh, thank you so much, Sue. Sue, that was so nice of you. Thank you so much for the 20 stars. I just popped up there on my phone. Thank you. I don't mean to miss anybody's comments, guys. I'm just trying to focus on. I think it drives people more crazy when I do too much talking. So I'm trying to play accurate for you. There was this. I know I've said this so many times, but we've worked 24-hour shifts. Which I'll be honest with you, if I didn't work 24s, I would have never stayed in EMS. I would have never stayed making the amount of money that we made for if I didn't work 24s, just because it gave us so much time. Number one, you always get 8 hours overtime every paycheck, guaranteed, and it's always more than that. Or it's actually 16 every paycheck. We're paid every 2 weeks. But having the days off is what makes that job so nice. We used to have a 1 on, 2 off, 1 on, 1 off, 5 day. And that was nice. Then they went to that permanent 1 on, 48 off. And then you do that a couple of rotations, and then you would do a 5 day once a month. But it got to the point, the older I got, especially with as busy as it got here. I mean, we were just breaking records with the amount of calls that it didn't matter what station you were at. You rotated stations here. You're at a station for a couple months, you go to a different station. And there was some stations that bring your steak or whatever else you want to make, because if you ran 2 calls in 24 hours, you were doing something. And man, that's if you ran 2 calls before 8 o'clock. But it caused me so much anxiety with the Claxton. We're almost out of quarters. I'm hoping I can get some more. Trying to lay down, you're tired, you're wet, whatever, and you just want to get a couple hours of sleep. Maybe you got something that you want to do when you get off the next day, and but you're just never comfortable. You lay down, you don't even want to take anything off, just because, especially with me with my bad back. And then soon as you just get there, you got this constant anxiety, like the alarm's going to go off, the tones are going to go off, tones are going off. The next thing you know, you're halfway out of it, and right up go. You got to pay attention to everything that they're saying, where you're going, and just man, it tore me apart. This is not good at all. Man, all this jibber jabber. Man, I would have liked to at least got that one that off. We do have the live stream bags, but I'm out of quarters. Let me check. I know there's probably a couple spare ones, but there's a whole bunch of quarters that are getting ready to come off right there. Heck on it, man. Oh, there's one. Where's that one that fell off? There it is. Yeah, we're down to 2 quarters. Or no, 3 quarters. All right. Where are you going to fall? Let's throw it on Throw this there. That's not good. Now I'm forced to throw that one there. All right, that's all. That's the emergency backup quarters right there, guys. We got one more chance at it, and nothing. I am so sorry, guys. Let's go ahead and do the let's do the bag real quick, and hopefully something falls. I mean, because that should be falling off any second. All right. Gold and silver. So the gold bag has 1, 2, 3 chips and 1 or 2 bills in there. So there's 3 chips and like 2 bills in the gold bag. The silver bag, wow, has a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 chips, but I don't feel any cash. So there's like 6 chips, no cash, a little bit of cash, and 3 or 4 chips. So just leave a comment, gold or silver. Let me know which one you think is the winner. And hopefully, while we're doing this, another quarter will fall. My apologies, guys. This might work out good because I need to record a video for tomorrow. So I promised you I didn't intend on it this way, but I can. I'll give it another shot for tomorrow's video. So you all hopefully will get a chance to see this come down. Yeah, that's the only thing I can think if nothing else happens. That's a shame though, because that ring is literally right there, and it's a shame because we just lost $500. Let's see. Silver, gold, silver, gold. Gold. Thank you, Jenny. Aaron said silver. Heather said gold. Gold, silver. Yeah, no, not my own money, guys. I apologize. I know a lot of y'all would love for me to be playing in my house. I think the reason why it causes me so much anxiety now that I read those comments is me and John were just talking about this. I go so far and put myself in so many bad situations just to make sure that the channel is legit. I mean, that casino music in the background is fake as it gets. It's a soundtrack that can turn on and off. That started off as a joke a long time ago, making fun of another channel that does that. And the same woman says the same thing over and over and over and over. But outside of that, everything I've kept it 100% legit. And then when I do, and I've always explained everything, and I've explained how everything works. And no, I'm not in a casino, but I did find out for the first time ever, there are casinos that do have coin pushers still. I can't remember which one they sent me. Someone sent me the information, and I looked it up. And sure enough, there are still casinos that have coin pushers. Now, they're not set up like this, I would imagine. I would imagine they just put bills and, you just throw quarters in like a traditional, but they still have them. And the Carnival Cruise, they have them. But outside of that, guys, I don't, there's nothing to hide. So I think when I go so far and get myself in so much worry and stress and debt and pay all this stuff just to be legit, when a long time ago I could have bought 2 coin pushers and put it somewhere in my house and done this and done these crazy stories and win every time and such best clickbait videos and imaginary fights and imaginary cops called and all this stuff. But I've kept it on the 100, and then someone comes through knowing nothing about me and like, you're fake. It gets old. It gets old. I'm not feeling good, guys. I'm a little grumpy. Wendy said 11 silver, 7 gold. All right, so silver wins. Thank you, Wendy. Let me go here real quick. And Mike said gold. Gold wins. Here we go with this. A nice split. I don't even have a quarter to flip. I don't have a quarter to flip to see. Let me check my pocket. We got to flip a coin, guys. That's pretty much what it comes down to. All right. I got a penny, a nickel. I think the nickel's going to be the easiest. All right. Wow. A coin flip with a nickel. All right, guys. So we'll say heads is silver and tails is gold. Whatever it lands on. Man. All right. Head silver, tails gold. I literally didn't even flip it. All right. Here it is, guys. Gold. All right. So gold is the official winner. So let's open up silver and see what we didn't win. I can't believe not one quarter has fell. Ugh. This might not be good. I don't know what the two's for, but there's 100. I very seriously doubt the gold, not on what the whole premise of today's game was. I might have just got boinked twice. That's okay. I say it all the time, guys. Use this. Let me be the dummy, even on games like this. Gambling's gambling. It's pretty much set up to make somebody else money and not yourself. Of course, here it's a little different scenario, but even still, it's the same premises. Gambling's gambling. This is what we did get. And that is correct. These have no value. And that is $15. Is that a 5? Please tell me it's not a 5. That's it. Okay, $20. All right. You know what? I'm here. I'm getting to hang out with you all. You got to hear me complain, give my wife a break. I am the whiniest person when I'm sick. I can't help it. They always say, nurses or doctors or paramedics, EMTs, whatever, make the worst patients. And boy, I'm here to tell you that's the truth. I am the whiniest person. I literally will sit in bed by myself and just make grunt noises out of nowhere. So, if anything good came out of this was I gave my wife a little bit of a break and I came up here to complain to you all. So I apologize about that, guys. I'm going to say something real quick. It's getting late. I've been trying to get to bed earlier. It's the only way I can keep these viruses down. More water, less power drinks, healthier eating, better sleep. I mean, these are just common sense approaches to health, and I just don't do it. But guys, that's all right. We lost $500. I'm so negative up here right now. What is that? It's I try to make it look as positive as I possibly can out of it. Something else I want to say, but I'm so worried about jinxing something, so I'm not going to jinx it. But hopefully, this is the last week. Get the health fixed and everything else, and we've got some good things around the corner. Thank you, guys. I'm going to go ahead and see if they'll set something up for this. So if you watch tomorrow, whether it's on Facebook or YouTube, you will see the follow-up to this as a video. thank you so much for your support. I am so sorry I complained online tonight. I truly didn't mean that, but I talk and I just say whatever's on my mind. Thank you guys for all your support. I appreciate you, and I will see you all very soon. We're going to have another live stream this week. I can say that for sure. I just don't know what day. All right, guys. Thank you. Oh, hey, Brian. So I lost 500. You can count the 20 as a win, but yeah, I lost 500. It's not good. It's the story of my life. So trying to think. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for the comments. I appreciate that, guys. I say this all the time, but I have a lot of things that I need to make up. There's one in particular that is really eating at my inner soul, and it's about 4 or 5 people that I need to make up to from YouTube. And um, I just pray to God if just things could just go in, just so I can take care of that for them, it make me feel better. I really, so basically, if I owe you something, I haven't forgot. I promise to you, I think about it daily. And not only daily, I think about hours. And it's sitting there, and I got it in a place uh, that I cannot forget. It's right in my truck. As soon as I get in on the back, it's sitting right there with a note. It says, send to me. um, so I promised you guys, I think about it daily. It's driving me crazy. But hopefully I can get that taken care of soon. But outside of that, I appreciate the support. John, Wendy, thank you all so much for the support over the past few days of me being sick. I know there's big gaps in between when I get back to you all, but I really appreciate all keeping in touch with me and making sure I'm all right. But outside of that, guys, thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening, and I will see you all. This part will be out tomorrow. Have a good night, guys. Thank you, Misty. Call me when you're done. It's going to be a few minutes, but I'll get a hold of you, Wendy. Thank you, guys.